Jesus says, love your enemies, but frankly, I don't want to. My enemy is my enemy for a reason, right? Either they've harmed me in some way, or they've ridiculed me, or they've insulted me, or they represent a course of action to which I am diametrically opposed. So I don't want to love my enemy. I want to ridicule them. I want to reject them. I want to demean them. I want everybody to know just how horrible or backwards that person is. Who's with me? Anyone? But as Christian people, that's not how we are called to live. Jesus calls us to a different course of action. Love your enemies, Jesus says. Do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you. You know, we may not call somebody our enemy, but we all have people we don't like. We all have people that we are tempted to reject or demean. And it's to those people that Jesus says you need to do good for, you need to bless, you need to love. Now, this call is a lot more radical than sometimes we recognize it for. This isn't something to be just reduced to a nice and quaint saying, like if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's not what Jesus is talking about. Jesus is talking about a radical and bold course of action where we actively go out of our way to bless those we would choose to reject. Love your enemy, Jesus says. Do good to those who hate you. You know, what would that look like? Could you go out of your way to do something nice and good for the person that rejects you or the person that you would like to reject? What would it look like for you maybe to send a card just saying, hey, I hope you have a good day? What if you are in Kukuli Cafe and you find the person that you hate, the person that you like the least standing behind you? Would you be able to turn around and say, hey, can I buy you a coffee or a bannock? Could you be nice and good and loving to them? Do good to those who hate you, Jesus says. And bless those who curse you. Blessing means just to say something nice about. It is to verbally uplift. It is to declare God's favor in God's presence. Cursing is to demean. It is to tear down verbally. It is to declare that somebody is unworthy and unlovable. You know, we curse whenever we get involved in parking lot conversations and gossip rings, whenever we lower our voice and say, well, did you hear about? Whenever we delight in bad news in someone's life and further delight in telling that bad news to other people, that amounts to cursing. And Jesus calls us to bless. So can you say something nice? Can you resolve to not let any unwholesome talk come from your lips, but to only uphold others verbally? What if you decided to not tear down the person that you reject? What if you decided to only speak about what is good and holy in their lives? Again, this is a whole lot more challenging than sometimes we give it credit. And yet, this is the call of Jesus, because the reality is this is how Jesus lived. Jesus never called somebody unlovable. Jesus never said that somebody was beyond the pale of redemption. And Jesus went out of his way to heal, to comfort, to have dinner with the very people who would later reject him. But he did so that they could understand the full weight of mercy. God is merciful to the unkind and to the wicked. God is merciful to us even if we don't deserve it. And so the challenge for us is to live that outwards. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about here at the cathedral this morning. And I would love to invite you to join us. If you are in the Kamloops area, please join us at St. Paul's. We have 2 services in the morning, one at 8 o'clock in the chapel and one at 10 o'clock here in the main sanctuary. If you're not able to come out in person today, then please join us online. We go live on Facebook, on our Facebook page at 10 o'clock. But wherever you are, may you know that God is with you, and may you know that God loves you. God bless you all.